Alright then, boy, I am LetemcomeInit, and this is about the fourth time I've tried to get Constructor HD to stream tonight. It has been throwing me off repeatedly, so let's see how far I can get this time. I'm going to be playing through the main game, well, what you can access as the main game, I'll get to that in a second, through the World Domination mission on the original difficulty, which I think is the hardest difficulty. So yeah, here you have what should be able to be accessed, which should have been able to be accessed from the word go, I say. The mission, you know, this is what we were all paying for on top of just an HD remake, but, you know, as they're saying online, builders, eh? So we'll see what comes out of that. So, this is another thing I did say on when I did my little first look as well, the designer. I would have thought this would have been like a house designer or construction designer, you know, you could build different houses and put them into the game, but no, it's just like a build your own, design your own game, like a board game or something crap. You know, you can fiddle around and put how many players you want on the map, etc. But surely you can just do that in the play game, so bit of a waste that. It doesn't even have a Steam Workshop, which is a shame, because it would have been nice to have had people been able to, you know, build things and put things into the game. But whatever. So there is a new little mission here, or new play mode, which is War, which I haven't had a go on yet. All the other ones are still here. World Domination is what I'm going to be playing. I'm not going to be playing on normal or hard. It is on original, which should be super hard, because the original, if you've watched through my other ones, my series on this, you will know it's pretty bloody hard. Now, just a quick word on the new maps. Well, the old map's redone. Here is the thumbnail for Greenfields, which has got a nice little interactive birds, grass, blah blah blah, and it kind of goes downhill a bit from there. We've got a screenshot of Small Town. That's okay. Then we've got a zoomed-in screenshot of Riverside. That's still okay from the original, but you know, could have done a little bit better. Concrete City, again, another zoomed-in one. Still looks kind of nice, but then we get towards the new maps, and the last map, which is Jungle Map, you've just got a little bridge there, and they've taken a screenshot of the building trap, which, you know, you could have just kept it in with the other ones and maybe tried a little harder on that screenshot. And the new maps are, unfortunately, just a redoing of the jungle maps. Hangleborough is an awful map, which I will not be playing, where you have to spend ages travelling around on bridges. And Burgerville, which I will be showing off, is, again, just the jungle map with a couple of added extras. Just a bit of a shame. That's the pre-order little bonuses you get. And not a fan of this background that's going on here. This is ugly as sin. But anyway, let's get on, and I'll see how long I can play without being thrown off. If I get thrown off, then I'm just going to try and log straight back in. You know what? I've messed this up already. Wait there, because I'm supposed to do it. What has happened here is if you do it on fixed start, they put you on this tiny square where you can't build anything straight away without buying another plot of land. So I'm going to change that. This is another new feature I can show you as well. As you go to play game, you have something what's called, you don't have to do the fixed start anymore, which is nice. This is, look, the fixed start. You'll always get started in the same place. Move HQ, that's what I wanted to click. So let's do that again. I've done this about, like I say, about 5 times now. I'm not going to restart this just to go back and do that. So, for those who are joining me on, anyone who's watching on live, I am using the glory of technology, a laptop, which is next to me because I can't set up another screen at the moment. For those who know me, I've been moving recently. So, I've been let's not go there, it crashed when I went there earlier, let's go here. So, I can't set up my room for how it should be set up, basically. Anyway, let me show you. We've got a new little zoom in and out feature. That works wonderfully. I would have thought they would have had something where you could turn it around isometrically. Like, you know, even, what's the game? Even Roller Coaster Tycoon kind of had that capability. But, you know, they're not going to do that. So that's fine. You're just going to have to make do with watching it from the isometric view, I guess. You know, technology in 2017. But the graphical overhaul, it does look nice. I am slightly dismayed as to some of the presses that have happened. Like, I would have thought there would have been a bit more. But I will show off some of the extra bonuses. I mean, I foolishly have got the the extra houses, I decided to go for the pre-order. And I don't know, I haven't had too many problems with it so far. But
Congratulations! You have finished your first lumber yard. To restock it, move a work team into the building.
What everyone's calling the Boise voice. Boise over. Nice.
What do you want?
They put a bit of effort into the voices in this, which is really nice. This has to be probably the most British game about British problems and British things ever. It's a brilliant little game. I do still love it. It still has all the charm that it ever had. So I'm just trying to take it a little bit slow. I'm being a bit weary because it has crashed on me now 3 times already. So I'm having to give the game a little bit less to do. Now that's nice. I can get 2 extra houses in here. So what I'm going to do in a second, I'm going to save it. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to put that there. Now, I'm just building these as all slob zones.
Your first home has been completed and is ready to be rented out for the first time.
These are all just the basic messages.
Building a variety of types of houses would expand your choices in the future.
So, I'm just going to save this quickly because I've got a feeling it's going to throw me off anytime soon. It seems to be when you're using the arrow buttons around, so I've already had a little quick go on that. That'll be test 1. This will be test 2. Come on, keyboard. I've got a terrible wireless keyboard as well. I should really upgrade that, but, you know, musts, needs, or something like that. So did that actually save? This is another thing, the save feature. Never actually sure what the Constructor get. Hasn't? Oh yes, it has. It's saved, but it's saved up there. That's irritating. That's an irritating thing. It's saved to the top of the screen. I prefer it just to stay there. Oh, it automatically pauses as well. So I've been using, what you want to do is the arrow keys. Look, this is just kind of basic scrolling around the side of the screen. The arrow keys are a lot faster. Now what I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to get as much wood in here as possible before I put anyone in these houses. Because playing it on super hard mode, or original mode, you actually get a lot more problems from your tenants immediately. So I do want to start working on and building up though, so I'm going to need to build that sweater hut. So let's just build that now. I'm going to put another slob in here, and this will have to be a really long big house at the back there. So let's call someone in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build another slob area here. Well, since I get the extra houses on this, I'll put them down there. And I'm also going to try and get as many of the building yards and gadget factories on this estate as well. The slobs will put up with a little bit more noise than level 2 and level 3 tenants. Punks actually like noise, but I don't want to have
Due to the high quality of your shacks, the council surveyor is going to let you build some proper houses after you've built the cement yard.
So yeah, I'm not going to bother with that just yet. I'm going to build the cement yard though. So look here, I'll show you. When you build all 3 of those houses, you actually end up getting a nice little bonus house, 2 bonus houses, which I'll show in a bit. So do I want to build that there or do I want to build that there? Since I'm not playing against the enemy, it doesn't really matter. Not the foundation, I've overstepped that a little bit. That's a bit annoying. That's the other thing, because you can't... Yeah, sure you can zoom in, but you can't kind of go around the outside to see if you've lined up correctly. So I've spent the money for that, so I'm not going to blow it up now. Let me just show you. These are the extra houses which I've got. So you get the caravan, which is a nice bonus. I will fit something nicely in there. And you also get the townhouse, which is nice. They only cost the base amount of the small houses, so not going to cost you any extra. And they're nice aesthetical little extra there. So, first things first, let's get...
The cement works has been finished and is now up
as
and
many
running.
slobs in here as we can.
Start
build
some real
well.
buildings.
And then I'm going to start moving these guys in here. Getting them all working on workers, etc. I'm going to save that. Earlier it just spazzed out and did that for no reason, didn't it? Paused, save, yes please, test 2, continue. So far so good. I've managed to get a decent amount of streaming in here without it throwing me off, so bear with me. I expect as soon as I move the tenants and I get complaints, that's what's going to happen.
Oi!
So you do get a nice little voiceover for the complaints as well now, look.
Oi!
Here you go, we have the slobs and the greases. They've all been given a bit of do-over as well. Now, getting the slobs into, what I want to do is get them in the really cheap accommodation and right as close to my home base as I can. So let's get you guys on workers straight away. This is probably the worst house. It's the tiny caravan. How on earth you could have children live in that? It's just literally a tiny camper van.
Oi!
That's not my concern. Yep, complaints already. I'll show you this actually. This is nice. They're going to be complaining about my factory going off, but listen.
One of your tenants has started to complain.
Shut up.
Blimey! I can barely hear myself think. Turn it down, will ya?
This seems to be where all the money's gone on this game, is getting nice voice acting. Which, yes, I know, everybody's complaining. So, I'll just take you out here. Don't stop me complaining. Boom. It's nice, you get a nice little...
No more complaining.
Oh, I've gained,
a satisfied customer. Wonders will never cease.
You've got achievements as well.
Oi!
Yes. What you do get, you get a nice little noise now telling you don't get the clearing of the throat noise anymore, but you do. Oh, don't want you on cash. I want you also on workers. Oh yes, you do get the clearing of the throat. Sorry, tell a lie. You can see, look, see how hard it is on. Already, they're just all kicking up a massive fuss on this difficulty level. But that's not really a problem. So what I want to do now, I need to get some of these guys on level 2 tenants. So for the time being, you're all going to be on builders. What I was trying to say, before I got distracted, look. Listen.
Congratulations! You have created sufficient resources so that you are now able to upgrade them.
There we go. You get the nice, relaxing noise of kind of notifies you that you don't have any more stressful tenants being problems anymore. So that's good. That's a good thing when you're trying to keep on top of everything in this game. That's what I was trying to do. We're trying to build up the resources up to a reasonable level so you can upgrade these now, which will, when you get the gadget factory, which I'm about to build now, will give you better gadgets. And that's what I was aiming for while I had these level 1 tenants here. So now the gadget factory, look, see? Is that over the foundation? Or is that on the foundation right there? Since that one's over, I'm just going to build that one there. That one's on the foundation there. That's a little bit tricky to find out if that's where it is or if it's not where it is. Right, meanwhile, I've got 3 guys on workers, 1 guy on tenants. So what I'm going to do is this guy's right close to the house. To the HQ, sorry. So I'm going to get all of these bedrooms up to scratch. That's right, I don't have any 3 work teams, do I? Just wait until they've built that. So I'm going to have these guys...
You don't have enough resources to finish the building.
Level 1 tenants.
You will need to send a work team back to the resource to restock it.
So,
welcome.
I kind of baby steps you through this process.
A work
You've
team
actually
are on
got
their
to
way.
do it step by step.
Production will start as soon as they arrive.
Oh, I just clicked on the baby.
Your factory has been completed, allowing houses and gardens to start being improved.
They've given these a nice
Gadgets
overhaul
for houses,
as well. Actually, it does
such
look
as
quite nice.
computers, to
The
create
bedroom,
the next
bedroom is
level of
actually
tenants
looking at the new bedrooms and the new rooms is actually one of my favourite parts about this HD remake. They look really brilliant. This has been a really nice little touch. Some of them are a bit different. I mean, some of them are the same and some of them are different. So let's just get this up. I'll show you. The third bedroom is I think the third bedroom is a little bit different. Because it used to be like a blue bed sheet, or kind of mauve bed sheet. Yeah, this is a new one. This is different, and it's quite nice. But you want to get it all the way up to the top. So you can keep pumping out workers and pumping out breeders. What are they complaining about? So here you go, different complaint.
Yeah, mate. Why have you given us a big garden and put nothing in it?
They really don't give you
the
any
wife
time
would like a tree.
Any time to think
all right.
about it. So straight into
you now
here.
Have
now I've
trees
got the trees
in stock. You can choose where to place them by clicking the deliver icon.
The redone handyman who
to place an object in the grounds
while
of
you're
a
doing
building,
this, what you might as well do is just give them
in a legal position
all
over the plot
2 trees
and
each,
press the left mouse button to place a marker. It will be delivered in due course. Once you have placed all the objects that you wish to,
that's that done.
press the right mouse
now,
button
people who are producing
to
level 1 tenants, I'm not too fussed about them being up to scratch just yet. There we go, he stopped.
More gadgets are now available to build.
Thank you. I want 2 of
Building
these.
a computer and installing it in a house will allow you to produce
if you haven't
level
played this
2
game before, he's going to be
tenants.
talking you through how it's all going to go. So let's get a computer in here. And as soon as he's gone to collect that, I'll get a worker in there to upgrade their house. Level 1s I'm going to leave until I'm really desperate to get level 1s. Because everyone, when they're having their first children, it'll be a lot quicker. Listen to me. I'm talking like some fertility expert in-game when it's just a game. When they're having their first children, it takes next to no time. First 1 and 2 children. So I just told you to go and collect a computer. And that's what you're doing. The next complaint they're going to start having is that their kids are too fat to walk everywhere. So let's get some of these on the go.
Now.
Subways. Subways do look nice. You could never really see what the Subway was. I had the PlayStation version, the PC version you could kind of. You have also got a speed up button as well, but I'm not going to use that at the time being, fear of it crashing the bloody thing. So they would have just finished, almost finished having their next child. What you don't want to do is change it before that meter's up, or they'll lose all that baby they've been making will just go away, apparently. So you don't want that. Let's get a work team in and start upgrading this bedroom. I'm also going to need someone else doing another level 2 tank for me a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uno, babino. Por favor. So there we go. Let's have some level 2 tenants. Let's get all this. You can actually. Oh, not enough money in the bank. You kidding me? I've got loads of money in the bank. They won't let you. There we go. It wouldn't let me do it multiple times for some odd reason on that particular occasion. So I've got 2 builders, 1 level 1 and 2 level 2s. Or, oh no, I could do with another level 2. Do I want to make this into a breeder right here? You know what? Since I'm going to keep this as a breeding block, I'm going to have some punks that live here instead. So I will need some level 2 breeders. And punks are one of the best breeders in the game. So what I'm going to have, I'm going to wait until they complain about it their kids being too fat. You know what? I should have waited because they say something really funny. If you don't put trees in their garden, there's a really funny complaint where my kids are red and fat and swollen in the garden. So that's a shame, but I preempted that complaint. So yeah, you're not going to get to hear that one until maybe I might put an extra slob in somewhere just for a bit of a laugh. So now I'm not getting any cash. Here we go. What are they complaining about?
This just ain't gonna cut it, mate. The kids don't like walking. They want to use the subway. Build us a new subway site, you plonker.
Sort it out or else. So you don't get any white marks for sorting out the slob's complaints at this thing unless it's a really important
to allow
complaint.
faster transit between places.
You can just put it right outside his door and that should solve all of these guys' problems
by clicking
as well.
the left mouse button.
So at the moment, let's see how many level 2 tenants I've got in production. I've got 1 there. How close are we to producing a level 2 tenant? I've got enough builders now to build another work team, which I want to do. They're not close enough to it yet, so let's get their bedroom done up as well. Any breeders you've got, you just want their bedrooms proper up to scratch, basically. So grade 2, grade 3. There we go. And once that's up, you'll see this meter will just jump up. It should leap all the way around, probably because I've done 3 in a row rather. They've already had 2 billion kids. Kept the original music as well. I love the original Constructor music. It's brilliant. I should have told them to go and get this while I was doing that. Never mind. 3 nippers. The workers are the quickest ones to construct, or to conceive, I guess is what the correct term is. So now what I want to do, I want to create another work team, and because you're going to need 2 to restock and 1 to build, or 1 to restock, 2 to build, etc. So let's have you 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have 5 of them.
Righto.
You're building level 1 tenants. I've upgraded all of their stuff, I think, haven't I? Yes. So now you go on to level 2. You see it takes them a little bit longer. You can also increase the other rooms. Will increase will decrease their stress levels. The bathroom will make them the kitchen will make them live longer. Bathroom will mean the house needs less repairing, and the living room will make them complain less. I think they'll be less bothered about what's going on. So level 1 tenants, they've already had. Is that correct? 3 level 1 tenants they've already produced for me. Yes, they have. So there we go. Now I can start moving on and buying another plot of land, basically. So where are we looking at here? Next place I want to buy is going to be a block for virtually just houses for money. So I want to get some greasers on here. Probably 2 greasers, and then the rest of them hippies. So that's a little bit small. I could really be doing with something that's slightly too big. I could probably do that. 1, 2, that would only be 3 and 4. Then I only have 1 greaser for money. What about... That one's massive. I need to kind of leave these for bigger estates in the game. You're going to need them. So... You know what? No, let's have this because I can put amenities on there, can't I? I can put the hospital on there and the school. And then these can literally just be for residential estates, which is what I'm going to need later on the game. So let's buy ourselves this. Problem is we've got no cash flow at the moment. No money coming in. So I built a gadget factory, which means I can get level 2 tenants now. I have got... I'm not going to show off any of the nasty peoples in this game just yet. This will be a breeding block, so I'll have level 2s there. Got a new work team here. How close are you to having your baba? 204, that's fairly far away. You're fairly fresh. 204 as well, not good enough really. I could build these, because then what we'll do, it will trigger the mission. So let's think. Level 2, the first one I can get will be a breeder. I don't want the first one to be breeder. I'll show the speed up thing just while I'm here. Look, these are the buttons. Just click on this. Boom, 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 and time will just fly by, and your money will just go straight down the drain, basically. So, I bet this will cause me a problem in a second now. Whoa, that time is going quick. So, let's stop that. Let's save it as well before it causes me any excess problems. And save over test 2, yes, please. Okay. So now I've got enough level 2 tenants, and probably got quite a few workers as well. Got 1, that's fine, that's fine. So now it's time to show off some of the level 2 tenants houses. I will build a townhouse, you know. I could build that for a slob. I'll do that now just to get them in there. They don't need to. I'll leave that for last actually, because they don't need to be that big, those houses. Whereas these, I'm going to build the larger luxury ones. The larger and more expensive houses are the ones you want to build for renters, because they will pay you more money. So that is the largest one. I'm going to build that. Let's have that there.
You don't have enough resources to finish the building.
You're right.
You will need to send a work team back to the resource to restock it before work continues.
Here. Now this is where you're going to have 3 work teams, which will be really useful. You get your handyman straight onto this site, and look, you can see now the upgrade button is here. Cost, I think it's like 10 grand. It's not going to show me how much it costs, but it's quite a lot of cash. But you do need to do it to unlock other things in the game. Here we go. They've immediately started complaining about something else. There is where I'll put the next one. I should have another tenant for that now. So let's get them in there. They're complaining. They'll only be complaining about the noise, and I'm not interested in that. What I'll do is I'll move them out of there in a bit. What you can do to stop them complaining about the noise is get them double glazed windows. But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really have the cash. Got to be focused on getting in some cash, which is going to be this job here. Because as soon as I start getting level 2 tenants, they're going to hit me with a big council mission, basically. How many days have I got? You want to do it just so they don't... Yeah, 50
I can
days.
barely hear myself think. Turn it down where we are.
So that's the first house built. I should get away with building that next one as well, because it should use less units. It's the smaller house. And I'll show off the level 2 houses as well. I will be building them all just to see what they look like. So,
I know.
listen to the noise. So no one's complained about their fence yet, which is nice, isn't it? Let's get...
Hey!
Don't want the punks. They cause way too much trouble and they don't live barely any life because they're punks and
Listen,
they're punking it up. These guys are the guys you want to get in. You want to get in the hippies. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank their rent right up. They're very amenable. They don't get annoyed about much. You want to get this right before it goes kind of into the red. There we go. They're immediately complaining. It's okay if it's just sitting in the red a little bit. Oh look, that's a nice screen. I didn't know that did that if you just hovered over it. So yeah, listen, you get a nice little complaint here.
Look, we don't dig this stuff you fenced us in with. We want an organic hedge that the little animals can live in,
Taken straight
right?
from the original game, but
Yeah.
for some odd reason they didn't record the breadhead bits. They've got just look, and they've left out breadhead. So I have no idea why. Reg, and it's Reg. I didn't think was a woman's name, but apparently it is. I think they just mishapped there. Maybe said it was going to be a man and recorded it by a woman. So here's the nice little new window which shows you the fences, and it's nice. You can see here these were the ones you couldn't get in the game. Like the coral was only restricted to the enemy. So I'm just going to build them the cheapest country row hedge, and I'm going to do the same on here because they're just going to complain when I'm doing something as well. There we go. And now they'll be happy as Larry, basically, all these guys. I'm not going to give them a chance to complain again. Listen, you. You're on rent. What's this? That should be police. Yeah, breed police cadets. I don't want to do it. I don't know why it's got a cash sign next to it. So let's whack this up. You can get a lot of money out of these guys. These guys. I'll just keep them fairly annoyed. It doesn't bother me. Surely they're not complaining again already. They're just really unhappy. It's not them.
The social is paying you lots of money for me to live here. Least you could do is put a proper fence up.
This will be them
Not too much to ask, is it?
Okay, let's go and sort out your fence then. What I do with the slobs is I just give them the cheapest fence I can, which is the coral. So, whoa. Something's on fire here, people. It's this place. They've set fire to their lovely council house already. How dare they? Okay, so just leave that handyman to do that. Before everyone else complains, I'm just going to give them all a little coral fence as well. You here, and you here, and you here as well. Boom. Once the workers have all kind of shuffled around, it should be fine. So how am I doing? How are we doing for cash? Cash should be coming in a bit more now. I'm going to get some greases here. This will be a hospital on the corner, big hospital, and I kind of wanted to build. I did want to build me. Am I going to get room to build it there? If I build that there, probably not. But I could put another house in there, couldn't I? So let's get some greases in here, because I've got enough level 1 tenants. Oh, I don't have enough wood. I've built loads of coral fences. Do coral fences even take wood? I don't know. Let's see. Never mind. That's done. Let's build this.
The hygiene standards in your houses on the estate are below par, and a cockroach infestation has been reported.
This is
you
nice.
must improve the bathrooms in all your houses on that estate
the first game.
and
so
get rid of the cockroaches soon.
This is one of those. It's a cockroach infestation, which you've got to improve all the bathrooms, which costs a real pretty penny, which I'm going to have to do. And you have to kill the cockroaches, which, you know what, I never actually bothered to do. Oh, it's here, right. Let's get these workers. Quick, go and kill this cockroach. I never bothered to do that in the original game, like kill the cockroaches.
As a result of the last inspection by the council, they have
do
decided your estates are too desolate
So
and
you've got to kill the cockroaches. It gives you a
You
little bit
must
of
improve your land usage to greater
It
than
also takes down
90%.
your workers' health rather doing this. So what are they all complaining about now? They're complaining about the wood factory, aren't they? Get in here. You lot, kill this cockroach. What I need to do, it's coming from this house, so you need to upgrade the bathrooms on this estate, which is all really expensive. Well, don't let that cockroach go away, people. That's extra cash running away. You could have gone in the subway, you know. Be careful. I think you have to upgrade it twice in this estate, in this one, because if you don't, yeah, this is lovely. They look Prince Albert or King. Oh, we've got another achievement down the bottom.
Built like a thug. Did you know that we may have accidentally employed some sort of nutcase? Well, never mind, so long as he only picks on the other lot.
Like I say, this is very, very British. Not Prince, it was King Albert. Victoria's husband there, you see. Now, you need to get this up to the next level. Oh, here we go. Or there's going to be loads of these cockroaches coming around. So, once I've done this, I'm going to just go around and stop them infecting any of my other ones. Standard bathroom. Call in a work team. There's those. No, in here. Oh, well. What are you doing, workman? And you need your bathroom upgrading as well. So it's a good thing I didn't build another house on that estate. There's a cockroach in that house now. Brilliant. And there's a cockroach going in this house. Let's just upgrade this bathroom. I want to get this done as soon as possible.
Good neighbours.
Yeah, there's loads of these just firing.
What sort
off
of a
now.
landlord are you? You won't get into the business if you carry on like this.
So this cockroach is just everywhere now until I upgrade this estate. Well, I just got 2 of them there. They should be attacking, shouldn't they? I don't know how much cash you actually get. It doesn't seem like you get a hell of a lot.
Congratulations! You cleared up that cockroach infestation.
And that's the... Whoa!
Council letter. Council contract completed.
Okay.
Bloody lefties.
Just going to have to
Should
listen
have
to a few
told
of
them to
these.
stick it where the sun doesn't shine.
There we go. There you go. A little bit of extra cash. And everyone is happy, basically. So, this place could have got infested before I knew what was going on. No one's complaining about trees in this estate yet.
Child boom.
Oh, goodness.
Look at this rebel. The future of mankind.
Oh, yeah. Just
God help
steaming
us.
through this. Sorry, I'm so good at Constructor, obviously, that I'm just being given all of the awards
Hello.
immediately. Let's get some greases in here so you can listen to these guys there. Oh, a lot of fun. I like all these extra added bits as well, like beyond you can get those on electricity meters and boxes. Now, I don't want to piss this lot off too much because they will complain vehemently about their rent, so don't want them in the red, just on the border of being in the red, virtually. But see, I'm earning a little bit of cash, things are going okay here. Do I have any level 2 tenants I could plonk in here yet? I've got a lot of level 2s, I've got a lot of level 1s as well. So, let's get a bungalow. Currently what my house is, where I'm living. Oh, bungalows won't fit in there, surprise, surprise. The only things that will fit in will be the new houses. So I'm not going to build any breeders just yet. I do need to build another bungalow, or a bungalow. Oh no! I've just fallen victim to the...
Do what, eh?
Let's go blow this up, that's a shame.
Righto.
Just fallen victim to the new land placement thing in this game. It's a real irritation, actually. What used to be able to do on the old one was click once and then drag it out with the second button. So I've just lost a lot of cash by clicking that, basically. Oh, looks like I get the cash back. Maybe that was for my tenants, I don't know. They're going to be complaining about not having any trees. I'll show you that in a second. Let's just build this bungalow quickly. So what you need to do, you just right click to change the foundations and then drag it out. So over this bit, I will make that a hospital, I think, because it's a bigger footprint, and the school will come later. So yeah, this will be the same breadheads.
The air around here is so polluted. We need trees to hug and help us breathe. At least 2 trees should help save the planet. Come on.
Yeah, they've not recorded the breadhead bit. Why not? Why, that's irritating. Let's put some deciduous trees. That's a nice new thing. Look, deciduous trees actually show up on the plot as larger now, which is nice. They've only got 1 tree. And I'm going to need to call more people back in here. That's why you need a lot of work teams on the go. And I'm going to need another work team to come to the gadget factory. So, what am I looking for? Gadget. Trees. Thank you. These gnomes don't do anything. I've never found a use for them in the game. They're fun. You know what? I don't know. If I put one in the hippies' ground, they could complain, but I'm just going to stick one there. I love these swearing as well. Flicking the bird. So I had 2 workers hanging around here, didn't I? That were just idle. I don't know where they've gone. I certainly haven't called them all back to the HQ in use. Right. So before I do anything, I'm just going to stick in some more trees in these people's garden. I'm going to put a gnome in. I'm going to put a gnome in their garden as well. Just because. And let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. Let's stop everyone complaining. You see there's a little red bar down the bottom as well.
Hey?
Yeah, get out of there. which will tell you what's going on. Everyone stop complaining. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to those other workers. They're probably hanging around here somewhere. Oh, I really hope you're not complaining about that gnome.
Your tax bill is now due.
Yeah, I'll pay
You should
that.
go to your
Give me
bank
a
manager to cough up soon.
The air around here is so polluted.
I know.
We need trees to hug and help. These early mornings aren't built for
Can we
me.
get access to a subway?
Can we get access to a subway site? Like, pronto, man.
Yeah, that's a complaint I hadn't heard from them before, is them complaining about not having a subway. So, I thought we had one on this estate. You can have a subway. There's another good thing about they've done now. You actually get not two handymen, two of these. Oh, good. I've kept the voice. That was one of my favourite voices of the game. Was these guys? Only packages. So that's nice to see they brought that back. That will be a hospital. So you will need that regardless of whether you have playing with the enemy or not. Oh, there's a little spud. Scrubber. So, looks like I've got tons of workers in here. I'm going to need a new repairman now. Not enough workers in HQ. Bollocks. I bet I do have enough workers in HQ. Oh no, I don't only have one worker in HQ. What's going on here, people? Is your house upgraded? Yeah, it is. You'll have one more child before you die, which is nice. Good, let's pay the tax bill quick. Forgot about that. Taxman needs Bankmeister Mark II. Yeah, there we go.
You have done wonders with
Yep,
cement
I know I
and wood.
have.
So the
That's
council
the good thing,
have
that the attention
approved
to detail in
plans
this
for your
game
brickyard.
is
Get building
brilliant.
those
Like,
brick
when you look at the
houses.
computer they've got, it'll show the hokey cokey 2000 look. Yeah, this is lovely. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? So they've already got one. They will have one more child before they die. That's okay. Things are going okay on here. So that was the first mission done. Let's get one more set of workers. No, one more set
Listen,
of
you.
hippies in here. And I can start moving on to the third level ones. You know what? Hang on a second. Let's see what they look like. I haven't actually seen these guys, the upgraded versions of them. That's cool. I'll get to see them properly in a bit. You're going to be complaining about your fence, aren't you? Just to show it, I will show, because it's a smaller house and a smaller property, I will show the privet hedge here, because it's interesting. I'll come out of there. There we go. Yeah, nice. Looks different, doesn't it? A different shade of green. So, what I need to do is whack up their rent, don't I? Hello. And you'll get less out of a smaller house, but the hippies are some of the best for rent. You can just keep stacking it on, just like what's happening in England at the moment. And people have to pay it, unfortunately. I really don't know what happened to those two workers. Maybe they're just in this house. Let's say come back here. That could be the big work team, or it could not be the big work team. Let's have a look.
Who's that?
Who's in your work team? You have got the large ones. Spare workers. Yeah, I don't need to do anything about that. Let's just move him.
Righto.
I don't know where the spare workers are. It's irritating me. Maybe they're with him.
Big break.
Let's move them all in here.
Who what, eh?
Yeah, move
Who
you.
what,
There you
eh?
go. No, I don't know. I don't know where they are. I don't care. At the moment, it doesn't matter. Who's complaining as well? It's you. Probably complaining about the rent. Let's just listen to the greasers quickly.
Look here. Me garden's like a bleeding desert. No shade for kicking back and listening to the king. Sort us out a couple of trees, will you?
For the greasers in particular. Got a quiff and sideburns like mine, my friend. That's nice. So you can have 2 trees to kick back and listen to the king. I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up. I'll be continuing this live stream maybe the next couple of days. Not sure yet. I haven't worked out a schedule for it. This was just an attempt at seeing how it worked. So the first 2 were a bit of a nightmare with this game because it kept stalling. So now you'll get to see a little bit more of this game later on. I'll be playing through this and completing this mission and showing all the extra hard cancer missions basically. So let's just give this a quick save. No, didn't want to exit the whole thing. Save game. you know, with the state of this game being the way it is, I should really save them over the top. Should not be saving them over the top, sorry. But, you know, what are you going to do? So, yes, if you've enjoyed this, do consider subscribing to my channel. Or log back in for more another day in this week. Look up my channel on there. You'll find it'll be linked to this. I've also done a Constructor First View and the original Constructor and Mob Wars I'm doing at the moment as well. Or watch my O2 series if you're interested in watching something a little bit different. So, until next time, thank you and good night. Now, I think it's probably just turned the sound effects volumes down, so I'm probably going to have to actually manually